Marriage? Dad, I've already told you that I don't want to get married any soon. You start looking at your dad with hopeful eyes, hoping that he would understand you, but your stepmother interrupted. trapped in it, but once things will settle, you can give divorce to him and live your life. You looked at her flustered because the way she was speaking was too unrealistic, as if she never wanted this marriage to happen. You found out that they are Jungkook's former parents, who are basically no one but his uncle and aunt. They raised him after his parents died in an unexpected accident, leaving everything behind. Don't worry, I'll help you. You felt your mother's reflection in her, the same evil woman who made your childhood hell and forced you to marry a man with personality disorder. Now go and rest, you must be tired. You immediately got up and left from there. You stayed outside the room for so long but realized that you can't stay here forever and you need to face him, so you came inside the room. You slowly looked up and saw Jungkook sitting on his bed and he was already looking at you. As soon as your eyes met, he gave you a wide smile. Where were you? I've been waiting for you. You forced a quick smile that faded in a second and walked inside. What happened to you? Why aren't you saying anything? I thought you'll be super happy once we get married. See how excited I am? You looked at him. You realized that you can't pour your anger on him because no matter what, he's like a kid. There's no fault of him. You smiled weakly and walked near him. You ruffled his hair softly. I'm sorry for my behavior. He smiled widely. I knew that you are so sweet. I'm happy that I got married to you. You just smiled a little. Aren't you going to sleep? He nodded. I always have to sleep alone even though it haunts me. But now you are here and I don't need to be afraid anymore. The moment you relate everything to him, your heart clenched. You remember the days where you used to be afraid of dark and alone in the room, but none of your parents come to check. You looked at Jungkook and caressed his cheek. Yes, I'm here now and you don't have to be scared anymore. He smiled. Next day, you all were sitting around the dining table. Jungkook, do you like wine? You looked up when she asked him as he slowly looked at you and smiled, melting your heart. No one can say that he has any problem while looking at him. Yes, she's so pretty. Mr. Kim chuckled before placing his spoon down. Why shouldn't she be? I'm the one who chose him for you. He smiled and looked at you while you also smiled back. We have some work in office, so Wyan, will you manage, honey? You looked up at her and nodded slowly. Yes. She smiled and they both got up. See you in the evening, or if possible, we'll try to come soon, okay? If you have any problem, then housemaid Min is here. You nodded while she looked at Jungkook and smiled. I'll try to come early, okay, son? And also I'll bring banana milk with me, okay? Jungkook nodded and you two watched them leaving. Once they left, you looked at Jungkook and smiled. Do you want me to cut a fruit for you? He shook his head. I want you to feel me. You chuckled. You can eat by your hands. You're not a kid. Suddenly you pause when you realize what you're saying. Okay, then let me feed you. You haven't touched anything. I'm not hungry. He picked the spoon. You should not skip any of your meal. It's not good for your health. Now say ah. He said while opening his mouth too. You chuckled and opened your mouth. It's not free though. You looked at him confused while chewing your food. Means? I want a kiss in return. Your cheeks turned red. Although he has a brain of an 11-year-old, but still his body and face has developed like a well grown up man. What happened? Did I ask anything wrong? He said while pouting while you pinched his cheek. You're such a good boy. I'm not a boy, I'm a man. You're a man. You again chuckled and ruffled his hair softly before getting up. Where are you going? Just to walk around the mansion. I haven't seen anything except my room and this place. He got up and came near you. Let me guide you then. You smiled and nodded. Wow, this is so beautiful, just like a fairy tale. Jungkook smiled and looked at you. There are so many such places that you'll like more. Really? You said, looking at him. My mom loved to be surrounded by nature. She designed most of the outlets of this area. Your mouth curled up in awe. You still have memories of your parents? His lips curled up in a sad smile as he looked down, and right now he wasn't looking like a childish boy but a grown up man who has recovered from the loss but still misses them. I wasn't that young. I lost them when I was 15. How can I forget all that? It made you flustered. He's keeping a memory of an 11-year-old but still remembered everything that had happened. You don't really know about these things, so you decided to let it go. Do you want to go to my favorite place? He said, looking at you curiously while you smiled and nodded. He grabbed your hand, making you feel a tickle which was totally unexpected for you. Your eyes widened in amazement looking at the beautiful lake. Oh my god, is this real? This is the place I come whenever I feel extremely sad or just wants to get a peace of mind. You are talking like all grown up. What makes you feel sad? You said, looking at him. Meanwhile, he was already looking at you. When people pretend to care for you, but in actual, they all are selfish. Your smile dropped as you felt a deep pain in his voice. Jungkook, why do I feel like you are not what you show? You slowly whispered it, but he seems to heard it as he looked at you and smiled. Why did you marry me? You were wrong because he didn't heard it. I didn't, I was forced. He chuckled. Is that why you tried to run? Your eyes widened in shock. How do you know that? I have my ways. You are not at all what you show. Tell me already, Jungkook. He completely turned towards you and smiled. I thought I'll make you fall for me first and then I'll tell you everything, but as expected, you're smarter as always. You were wasting your time with those evil parents and I couldn't see that anymore. Your head seems to spin because all of these surprises, and you were still processing whether you're imagining him like this because you really want him to get well soon. Wait a minute. You already knew me, and then what about your mental illness? I mean that disorder? He chuckled and looked at flowing river before taking a deep breath. Will it make you happy if I say I'm completely fine? He said, turning his face towards you with a smile. Then why do you act that way? Just like you, I have my secrets, something I want to find out, and because of that, I'm acting like this. From years. You were completely clueless and top of that, flustered. Is this because of your step parents? He kept looking at your face and smiled softly. You're the only one who can feel my pain, and that's what made me fall for you. Don't get me wrong, I came to know about how you've been living, and that's what made me want to protect you. The guy you were hating before and wanted to run away from was thinking about your protection all the time. It made you teared up. How did you found me? But that's a secret. Tell me. He shook his head. I'll tell you some other day. You pouted. By the way, why are you pretending to be mentally unstable? I mean, what is that you want to find out? He released a deep sigh before looking at you. Do you know why Uncle and Aunt wanted to marry me so bad? You didn't say anything. It was written in my parents' will that once I get adult, I'll take over the company, but only as a CEO. I can only be the president when I finally get married, and the 50% owner will be my wife. But till then, my uncle and aunt will manage everything, and by any chance something happened to me, like any injury or death, As a former parents, my uncle and aunt will be the owner and they will decide whom they gonna hand this company to. Is that why she told me that I can leave if I want? He joined his brows. She probably wants to get rid of things early so that she can declare me completely mentally challenged and can give the whole company to her son who is studying in America. This made your heart ache. Is that why they were raising you? He nodded. I waited for years. I was scared sometimes it upsets me, but then I saw you. A very simple girl dedicated to her dreams. I don't know, I just felt you every time I see you. I brought them in the same restaurant you used to work in and said I want to marry you. I am brilliant, right? Your chuckle came in a whisper. You think it's funny? What will you do now? How will you prove them that you're all fine? I got married, I fell in love with my beautiful wife, and she became my cure. He said, smiling at you while you laughed a little. Good idea. I'm sorry, honey, if you feel lonely. There's a lot of work and I barely get time to look for other stuff. You must be feeling lonely, right? You smiled and shook your head. It's okay, auntie. Jungkook is with me, so I don't really feel alone. She pretended to smile. I know your parents forced you for this marriage, and no woman wants to live with a guy who is mentally immature. Wyatt, we are not like that. If you want, you can divorce him. He's like a kid and he will be soon forget everything, so there won't be any problem. You chuckled a little bit, thinking how cruel people became for money. You took a deep breath and looked at her. It's true that I didn't want you to do this marriage. In fact, I hate this marriage concept at all. But now, after getting married to Jungkook, I don't know, but I don't feel I can leave him. I never learned to leave people in midway. She didn't seem to be happy after hearing that. Will you be okay to be married to a guy who acts like a child? Who knows, maybe he will get cured by time. I will wait for that day. I will try my best to cure him. She chuckled before pouring tea in her cup. We have been trying for years now. There are few things which cannot be cured. You can't say that time sometimes prove you wrong. You said with a little laugh while she forced a smile. Why can't we sleep on the same bed now when we literally sleeping every day? You said throwing a pillow at him which he caught. Because I didn't knew that you were fooling me. Now sleep on the couch. It's your punishment. But I'm going to sleep on the bed. I have my rights too. He said, laying down on the bed while you glared at him. Okay, sleep well. I'll go and sleep on the couch. You grabbed your pillow and blanket and turned to leave, but Jungkook was quick enough to grab you by your waist. Hey, what are you doing? You can't sleep anywhere else. Yeah, are you crazy? You started hitting his hand with pillow while he pulled you on the bed and hovered above you. Your eyes widened as you held your breath. You can't abandon me like that. I trusted you and told you everything. Doesn't mean now you'll treat me differently. I won't if you get off of from me. You have gotten a perfect man with nice body and face. Shouldn't you take advantage of that? Your cheeks and ears started burning. You never knew he can be this flirtatious. Can I have some time to think? He laughed and laid beside you. Take your time, I'm all yours. It made your heart flatter. You never imagined that you'll get a man who will say he belongs to you rather than claiming you his. You turned to his side and pressed your lips against his as you both shared a deep kiss. I think now the time has came when we should conduct the board meeting. We'll show there that Jungkook's illness cannot be cured, and because he's not in a position to take over the CEO position, Heechul will going to be the next CEO. But what about that Vian? How we going to get her out of our way? What if she claimed the 50% shares? We can't deny because it's written in the will. Don't worry about her, she'll not going to stay here. I doubt that. When I asked her, she doesn't seem to leave any soon. Mr. Kim looked at her with a smirk. Then we'll make her leave. Simple. I can't wait to be called the real owner of the entire company. Finally, our dreams is going to come true. Not really, dear uncle and aunt. Your this dream will never going to come true. Now it's time for you to taste your own medicine. He looked at you while you smiled. Are you going to show this recording in board meeting? He smiled at you and nodded. It's been a while since we have gathered here, and I'm so grateful of all the board members who took their precious time and came here. Jungkook and you were also sitting there as Mr. Kim continued his speech, while his wife was smiling, feeling so proud when in actual they were literally tricking everyone. My late brother and the president of Johnson Groups mentioned in his will that after a few years later, when his son John Jungkook will turn 25, he'll be the new CEO of this company. We have been taking care of this company from 10 years now, and when the time came to elect new CEO, it's very sad to say that John Jungkook can't be the one because he's suffering from an immature personality disorder. Camera flashes were everywhere. Instead, we have decided that we'll wait for a few years, and until then, Kim Hee-chul, my son, will going to be the CEO of this company. Whispers started among the board directors. Whatever decision you will take, it should be in the favor of the company, and that's what we want. It's like every tension faded away from Mr. Kim's face as he smiled brightly. But when the CEO had already decided, then what's the need of another decision? Everyone turned back in surprise when they saw Jungkook coming in front. Mr. and Mrs. Kim was shocked the most. Jungkook? Jungkook looked at him and smiled. You are a marvelous actor, but sometimes you dig your own grave. He walked ahead and inserted the pen drive in the laptop. He played the recording and looked at their flushed faces. I don't think there's a need of any kind of explanation. Mr. Kim wiped his forehead and looked at him. What are you? He smiled and walked near him. You wanted to acquire this whole company by proving me ineligible, but sadly your plan didn't work out, uncle. I knew you'll harm me if I didn't came up with any idea. You yourself will do something to eliminate me from the list. So I myself played this game to take off this fake mask from your face. Mr. Kim gulped, and also Mrs. Kim has the same expression. You have served a lot, and now it's time to call it a day. I want to leave this decision on board members. I believe that you all will come up with a good decision. Within a minute, slow whispers started as one of the members got up to announce the decision they have came up with. We all have came up with the decision that we'll follow Mr. John, the president director of this company's will, and according to that, their son John Jungkook will become the CEO and president of the company. His wife, who is the owner of 50% shares of the company, will become one of the board members. Your eyes widened as you looked at Jungkook while he smiled. And because Mr. and Mrs. Kim betrayed us, they will not allow to work in the company at any positions. They have to resign. Mr. Kim looked at Jungkook. You can't do this to us, son. Did you forget that we have raised you? Jungkook came closer to him. That's why I simply letting you go, or else I would have been hand you over to the police. Now you may take your leave. I'm here to take care of this company. The meeting dismissed and everyone started to leave. Mr. and Mrs. Kim also left from there as now they were helpless. They never expected such day to come in their life. You came near Jungkook as he hugged you. So how you like it, Miss Director? You broke the hug and looked at him. You shouldn't have done it so early. I don't even know anything about managing a company and all. He smiled. Don't worry, my cute wifey. You'll learn everything soon. And also, I want you to work on your dreams. I want to see you raising and shining high one day so that I can proudly say that's my wife. You didn't able to stop your tears as you hugged him.